Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another rendition of the Renew Podcast. I am Kristen Andre. We have with us the marvelous Miss Mendoza, and we were just chatting before we went on the air because we are live on, if there's a platform, I feel like we're live on it this morning. Because, Let me just get this out of the way, a little mad at Facebook right now. They have changed my business page, and our normal podcast that appears live stream so you guys can all chat and chime in and all that stuff, it's getting a little wonky and it is not appearing anywhere. So we're trying a few different platforms. We are trying to air this everywhere, and we will just see who joins us and who is able to see us live. So it is a work in progress and a test this morning. So we're broadcasting it actually on my Facebook personal page through our live event on Facebook, and we will see. I see us here, so that's a good thing. So welcome, you guys. We're glad to have you here. Today we are talking about building community because we had our own little community meetup last week in person with real people. Got to hug, and it was cool. A lot of the people there had their vaccine, so they felt all safe. I'm not even going to get into the vaccine today because you know where I stand on that. But anyway, we had some fun. We hugged. We did, I think we're still, knock on wood, still doing pretty good. But we had a great community meeting, and we talked, Whitney spoke. She was our guest speaker. We talked about all things marketing. So what it brought up to me was the thought of community. And that's what we're going to talk about today is it's really interesting to me, the people that we had here. This was intentionally a small group. It's a community, our Renew community that we're building across the country. So we decided to do a cool little meetup in Atlanta. We're going to do it again next month. But what was neat to me is like all the people that were there, they brought friends. We just had fun, and everybody that was there, they're all business owners. They all were super supportive of each other.
100%.
And so it started a discussion afterwards because we posted, and some of the people there posted still posting about it. I know, I love it. But what it was interesting, and people were like, one of my friends was like, I love the fact all your friends and like your clients, y'all all support each other. Everybody's talking and saying, this was great, and y'all love on each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what started this discussion. I think my group of friends, my group of clients, I'm extremely intentional about who I hang out with. Look at this. All right, see, I told you it would work. All right, so we have, thank you guys for joining.
Because you have a community of supporters.
A community of supporters. So here's where the discussion went. There, with women, let's talk about women first. I have a great group of clients and friends that are super supportive. Anytime I post something or try something, they're like, oh my gosh, this is great, and blah, blah, blah. I love that, right? And I think for women, there are two categories of women. There are the women who I choose to be around, people like you're the same way, that we support each other, we're cheering each other on, we're there to build community. And then there are the women that are going to hate on other women. Those are not my people. If y'all are listening, just tune out because y'all not my person. And you're not listening.
Keep scrolling.
You'd be thinking. But here's where the discussion went. I had this conversation with my friend Jason. Jason is in California, so he's probably still sleeping now. But we were talking about this because he's a guy. In the male community, there's not two groups. There's one group, and they don't know how to support each other. So because he was getting some crap for posting some pictures. He'd posted some workout pictures. Now I was giving him crap too, but I'm his friend. But he had posted some workout pictures, and what I was noticing, all the girls were being, now he's a good looking dude, right? So all the girls were being supportive. Not one male commented or liked the post. And it was about working out. And he is just, he's in his 50s. He's working out. He's doing all this stuff. Not one person commented. And so we're talking about this. I texted him. I was like, what the heck? Like, I know he's got a good girl fan base, but he's like, guys don't support other guys. We weren't taught that way. We were taught to be competitive. So it got me thinking about the differences between men and women when it comes to building community. So I don't know. I mean, I'm curious, those of you guys listening, like what's the deal? Like women, first of all, if you're listening and you're supporting other women and you're a female, I think that's awesome. And I get support from both. I get support from guys and girls. So guys can support other girls, but they can't support guys. Does that make sense? It's a little whacked.
Well, so the first place my mind went is it because So if a male comments on a male workout photo,
They're gonna think they're gay.
Sir, I was gonna say certain things might be assumed.
Let's just go ahead and say it. They're going to assume but that's stupid, right?
I mean, it is, but if that's
I
reality,
have a lot of gay friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think they're supportive of each. I don't know. Like, what is wrong with you fellas? All you guys, you manly men out there, which I love.
Yeah.
I love
that
the
was
manly
like
men.
when men started wearing pink, right? And then you had those T-shirts that came out that were like real men wear pink or vice versa.
But here's the thing. If we're talking about building community, just friggin' support people. If you don't have anything nice to say, didn't we learn this in like elementary school? If you don't have anything nice to say,
You would
shut
think.
your mouth. Don't say it.
We have
to
people
other
on
people.
LinkedIn saying good morning. Wendy Wynn says good morning on LinkedIn.
Wendy, thank you for tuning in. It's always, and Wendy's always supportive too, because she'll comment on the post and watches everything. So I know she messaged yesterday and said she set her alarm. So Wendy, you got it. I'm good.
Nice.
All right. So, but here's my question. How can we better support people? And I'm not saying we have to agree with them. Here's my theory. You don't have to agree with it. I certainly don't agree with everybody. And I'm opinionated with my group, but know your freaking audience.
Yeah.
If you can't say something nice, don't say anything. And maybe that's what the guys were doing. They're like, oh, I can't say anything nice. They could. There were nice things they could have said. But why are people so scared to support other people? Because the more, if you're supporting others, it does not diminish you at all. That's the beauty of community. The more everybody supports everybody, we can all grow together. We can all lift each other up.
I mean, specifically in the public realm, I mean, take it to the next level anyway, right? If somebody posts an article, I like to go in and say, I like point number 3, because can you not just applaud your fellow brother that he's working out and being consistent with his lifestyle? And
with his
I think
workout.
that about like Orange Theory, like all these women that come in and it's their first day. I remember my first day and I want to run up to them and hug them and go, it does get easier.
I know it doesn't. No, it does get easier, but
Yeah.
you can be supportive to each other. That's what, the whole idea of community. And I think if we got back to that, if we got back to really loving on each other and supporting each other, and I'm not saying agree. There's some morons out there right now that I don't agree with. So I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be this, crazy love fest, but if somebody's doing a good job, like it.
And it doesn't have to be looking good, bro. Like, just say that's awesome that you're being consistent and really, focusing on your health and making this commitment. It can be as simple as that.
Yeah. All right. So Lisa just commented and said that it depends on the guys. That her husband's in a big men's group and they support each other. They're about community. So I agree with that. I think she said men are usually funny about compliments on looks, but they do support each other in community. I get that. I do think they're funny about complimenting each other's looks.
I mean, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I mean, kind of.
No.
Okay.
You guys, seriously.
Isaac, okay, I invite you. I don't know that I've ever. I feel like I've heard Isaac be like, those are cool socks, but I don't know that he's ever been like, looking cool, bruh.
Well,
I've never said that.
See?
All right, so why? Why have you not said that?
Because it's looked down upon, which is a good point.
Well, and that's the point. That's the point Jason was trying to make when we were talking about this, and that's what I want to challenge is because it shouldn't be looked down upon. I am not going to. If my brother looks at one of his friends and says, "Hey, man, you look good today," I'm not going to all of a sudden think my brother is trying to hook up with his friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I get that. So what? Okay, Isaac. So what would you say to in support of another brother? What would you say?
See, and I'll bring this example, right? So in the Spanish culture, we kiss our dad on the cheek. I haven't seen that here as a American dad and son.
Okay.
So I think the culture has sort of, like Chris and Andre was saying, giving that weakness, like it's looked down upon, but it's okay. But it's like you're weak.
That is true. They greet and they hug and they do the
kissy. Yeah. I've noticed that too because we the ex who shall remain nameless, who is Spanish, he did always do that and I'm like, what the? And it did strike me. I knew it was a cultural thing, but it struck me.
Well, yeah, if you're not used to it, yes.
Yeah. Well, and this is why I think we need to challenge it. It's not that if your culture teaches you one thing, I just want to challenge the support and the building the community. It's not wrong if that's what somebody does. Let them do that. I mean, to his point, Jason, my friend Jason, he when he posts these pictures, I give him grief just because I think it's fun.
Well, you're getting a lot of comments on Facebook. So Patrick said, on IG, I dropped this, but totally disagree. I would say, and then Josh Barber says, I would say looking fit or looking sharp, man.
Okay. All right. So Josh would say looking fit. All right. So that's good, though. That's a compliment. Now, Patrick, I'm curious. All right. Men completely support each other if they're secure with themselves. Those who are insecure, typically your group of haters, they'll fail to compliment because they perceive it as funny or not manly.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point. And Patrick,
Interesting.
all right. So I'd be curious.
That's good.
Patrick, drop a comment to see if would you compliment another guy on their looks? Because Patrick's a former NFL player. He is a big dude, right? Muscular guy. And I've seen you post workout pics, my friend. So I know you're doing. Do guys compliment you? I'm curious because I would think that's a great way to support. Because like I see your workout pics, I'm like, holy crap, I'm kind of a little lazy here.
And I'm thinking of the football realm, but I also, is it different online versus in person? Because I feel on a team, it's a next level of brotherhood, right? So there are probably some conversations, like I totally see one-on-one going, that was a great play or good call, or you missed it, but that's all right. Don't worry. We're going to work on it and practice and move forward. Like those. And again, I'm just.
But I think his point is well taken. The men will support each other if they're secure in themselves. And I think that's gender neutral, because I do feel like with the women that the women that don't support other women, who is it? Margaret Thatcher had that quote, there's a special place in hell for women that don't support other women. Somebody had that. I think it was Margaret Thatcher or somebody like that. Somebody cool. But I think it's the same thing for guys and girls. It's, regardless of if you're a man or woman, it's the one, if you're secure in yourself, you're going to be okay complimenting other people.
Patrick commented back and he says, LOL, absolutely. They'll say beast, monster,
See?
Looking great, bro. And this is an online too. And then Josh Barber says, if you're in the gym culture, you do, hey, you've been working out, you're looking good.
Looking good. Okay, so see,
Can I
all
be
right,
a
so
beast?
this is,
I'm a beast.
I'm a beast, girl. You and me, I don't think beast is what, you've not seen these arms.
Beast.
But I agree. So Patrick, Josh, great points, because it is about security with yourself and feeling okay with yourself. And this is where, maybe that's where the opportunity is for people listening, is if we're going to build community, you've got to be first and foremost secure with yourself. And, this goes for anything. This goes for dating. This goes for building community, whatever. You're going to make crappy decisions if you aren't okay with yourself.
Yeah. There was a TikTok video, surprise, surprise, that I was watching where this woman was detailing like 4 signs someone is jealous of you.
Yep.
And one of those was because she was focusing on the female community, but she said that woman will not hype you up. Because why is she going to hype you up and give you attention and get others to give you attention when she's trying to essentially overshadow you because she's jealous of you? Yeah. So if that's the case, the opposite is true, right? Where if we are confident in ourselves and I'm not jealous of you, then I'm going to be like, you're freaking awesome.
Right. And there's enough room for success for everybody.
Right.
If I'm looking at some of the people that are commenting, Patrick, Josh, some of the other people, a lot of these guys are in great careers in finance, very successful. I know Danita just commented too that, Danita, she was saying people that think the masculine way, that her son's dad was teaching him, don't say things that could sound gay, quote unquote. And I do think that, I hate to hear that, because I do, and I know her son because he's an incredible martial artist, like really awesome kid, and so I feel like we've got to start to support each other and build each other up in a positive way. Because, to your point, it's not taking away anything. Like if you're secure in yourself, I love when people do great things. They can do better than me all day long. I'm cool with that, because the world's pretty big. I mean, we can all be as successful as we want to.
Yeah.
Like I work with a lot, you guys know I work with a lot of financial guys, and my advisors, there's some killer rock star advisors out there. They don't compete with each other. The good ones don't.
Right.
They really don't, regardless of if they're different companies or what. The good ones know that there's enough business, there's enough people, there's enough fish in the sea out there for everybody.
Yeah, you're not going to service everyone on the face of the planet.
No,
Just yourself.
No. Well, and it's support. I mean, like you said, it's supporting people publicly and privately. You can't go support people publicly. I can't talk this morning.
People publicly
Thank you.
promoting others.
You can't do that and then go behind their back. And that's one thing. It goes to authenticity, and it goes to supporting everyone all the time, online and off. And I think somebody said that earlier. You've got to support them online. You've got to support them offline.
Here's Mitch comment. He's good morning, Mitch. We compete with ourselves, he says.
We do. And I think, Mitch, that's a good point, because it's what Whitney said. If you're not secure in yourself,
Yep.
you're going to make crappy decisions. I mean, this is crappy decisions. Let's talk about this for a minute. Maybe we do an episode on crappy decisions. But
That'd be good.
If you aren't secure in yourself, you're going to not support other people and not build a good community or a good tribe. You're going to make horrible relationship decisions. And we've done that. We may not air our relationship episode, but the decisions I made that were crappy decisions in my life, personally, professionally, financially, all of them, 100% of them, were when I was not secure with myself. I was trying to compete with who I was, with who I thought I should be, that type of thing. And that's a tough spot to be.
Well, and I think sometimes we make decisions based out of a thing we think we need.
Right.
Which goes back to, again, being secure. If you can look at the situation and say, if I do this, what's this outcome? If I go to the left, if I go to the right, what's this outcome? But no matter what, I know I'm still going to be able to handle both outcomes.
Yeah.
That can impact which way you turn.
It can. I mean, it really can, because as we're thinking about decisions all day long, it's, Mitch said, we're going to make crappy. We are going to make crappy ones. I keep making crappy. I mean, my crappy decisions are getting less and less the older I get. Feel like I'm making some better choices. But that has to do with community. That has to do because I have people that truly are for me and I am for them. And if I start making crappy decisions, they're going to call me out on it. And I'm going to know that they're coming from the right place.
Yeah.
Right? They're not going to be just saying things to appease me.
Yeah.
Because part of having a community and part of giving feedback and supporting others is supporting them when they do bad stuff.
Yeah.
Or make bad choices.
Yeah.
Dan says, always come from a place of abundance and versus scarcity.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that, Dan, because the abundance is I really think that's what keeps people from being supportive. And I know I was picking on the guys earlier, and I think Patrick and Josh and some other people commented that it's not all guys, and I don't want to say it because it's not all women too.
Right.
But I just want people to have that abundant mindset. To Dan's point, is let's figure out we can all do some really cool stuff. We can all support each other. So let people know they're doing well. Like if you can't say anything nice, just don't say it. But support people. Like if somebody, I've seen people post pictures before and but not people I know, but people that might be in my community, and people will make rude comments on them, and I'm like, why? What good does that do to tear somebody down when you can instead build them up?
I mean, it really is very similar to karma coming back to you, right? Like I'm thinking, because I know this about you, that every woman that was there Thursday night came to your event because you go to theirs. You support theirs.
Yeah.
It's, I'm going to come to yours, you're going to come to mine. I'm either going to utilize your services or send you people that need them, and then vice versa. I mean,
we're all connectors.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
What is it? The rising tide
lifts all ships.
There you go.
Maybe not the one in the Suez, but in other places,
had to do that
the
to me.
rising tide lifts all ships.
Don't go there. You'll get stuck.
Yes, not there. But, you're right, for most places, because there is, now, I've curated that group. Now, I didn't know everybody there, obviously. But I knew the core people. I knew people that brought friends. And when I said, hey, we're going to do this event, we're going to keep it small, let's do this, I'd love you to come. They're like, yeah. I'm like, bring a friend. Okay. But that's part of building community, is finding people that support. And here's the cool thing. If someone's not supportive, or if they're going to be negative, ditch them, drop them. They're not your people.
Yeah, 100%.
And that goes for clients too. Is I've had I've had clients of mine who have fired clients of theirs. I've fired my, clients of mine as well because they aren't my people, and that's okay. If somebody's in your group and they're not able to lift you up the way you need to be, move on. Find somebody different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Danita just said the power of positive thinking, laws of attraction. What you give is what you get. That's an excellent point because it is true. Like, I choose to be positive. I choose to support people. I'm not bashing other people online. Do I ever bash people and think people are idiots? Oh, for sure. Absolutely. I'm just not doing it publicly. Is that being fake? Nope. That's being kind. So I may have some people I think are being idiots in my little teeny inner circle who's literally like 4 people. They're going to know, but they're also my little vault. The things I share with my people closest to me is very different than, what I'm putting out there because I want to support everybody.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the hardest thing when it comes to supporting others?
The first thing that comes to my mind is the idea that you're going to miss out. It's almost like the FOMO for your own personal self. Again, like, well, if I send this person to you, I'm going to lose out on business. Well, if I'm talking you up, then they're going to, they're going to view you before they view me. I feel like that's the first kind of mental block that we enter, but also the judging of other people being able to see. Again, if specifically if we're talking about social media and things like that, and I can see all the comments and things like that happening.
Right.
Because you don't want to get attacked yourself, right? If you're commenting on someone else.
But here's the thing. I agree with that a little bit. I mean, I agree with it, but here's where I push back with people on that. If the person's not in your circle, like in your inner circle, and like I told you, with me, with all the people in my life, I have grasp, grow, and group. That's how I rank the people in my life. And then there are people that I don't know personally. So the people I know personally, grasp, grow, and group. Grasp are my inner circle. It is less than 10 people. It is very small. There are, like, it's a tight, these are the only people that know my ins and outs. They're the only people, my walls come down. They're the only people that I'm going to open up to fully. Grow are the people I'm building relationships with. We'll see. And group are the ones like, man, they're my buddies, but we hang out. That's about it. My inner circle are the only one, my grasp, those are the only ones that I care. Not that I don't care about everybody else.
Right.
But if they start bashing me, if they start calling me out, if they start saying, Kristen, you're being crazy, then I'm really paying attention. If some I get weird rando people commenting on stuff. If I don't know them personally and they don't know me, I don't care. I can't say I don't care because does it hurt your feelings when somebody posts something mean? For sure. But you have to, at the end of the day, look at it. It's like, does this person know me? Do they know my heart? Do they know where I'm coming from? If they don't, let it go.
Yeah.
Because it's just, why let somebody control your emotions that doesn't know you, that doesn't know your heart?
I think that there is a fear of the cancel culture where you're going to say something and someone else is going to see it and read into it differently.
Yep.
I
think that's a good point. But that goes back to this, and it's Allison just commented, I wonder if people are not self-aware enough to realize they are hating. I think that's same, but it's Allison, it's also being self-aware about who is making the comments to you too. Like, you have to know yourself so well, and you have to know we don't know if somebody posted a bad comment, maybe they're having a bad day. Yeah. And if it's one of my inner circle people and they post something mean, which they wouldn't do, but if they did, I'm calling them and going, what the heck was that?
Yeah.
And then we'll have a discussion and it'll be fine.
Well, so I think that's the progression of, if you are concerned about it, then that's a good mirror that you're not confident in yourself to the level that you possibly could. I mean,
there may be some truth to it. Like, I always ask, but that's where the inner circle comes in.
Yeah.
If somebody posts something, I'm going to call and say, hey, Whitney, is this somebody, what do you think? And you'd be like, ignore it. I'd be like, okay. Or if you go, maybe you should look at that, then I will.
Well, and the thing is, as I have gotten older, that
32. What are we, 32 now?
I don't know. Aren't I like 34? Who's counting?
Yeah, 34.
Like how we have to ask Isaac, how old is Whitney?
The visceral reaction.
Yes.
If you support me, then freaking support me. If you don't like what I said, comment and get out of the way, and I don't care, because guess what? The way I view it, so there was a post that I did on LinkedIn, and I did a movie quote, and I got who quoted the quote wrong.
Okay.
I did not go in and like delete it or edit it. Everybody was like, so and so said that. Why didn't you remember? I was like, all of you are commenting and you just continue to push my post to the top.
Yes.
I responded. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, I guess I need to go back and watch the movie.
Yep.
But I was like, all of you were just keep commenting on my post and pushing it back up to the top. So sure.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
it didn't
which
bother
is fine,
me.
but that's being secure in yourself.
Yeah.
And I think as we build, we were talking about the importance of community. A community should allow you to feel that. Should allow you to feel that confidence in yourself. Should allow you to be able to be you and
Yeah.
do you. Because if you can't be you and do you, you're in the wrong community and you're seeking
yeah.
approval from the wrong people.
Do they have like Tinder but for friends?
That'd be good.
Oh, who are our venture capital people listening that want
Like
to do that?
an app that will pair you up with people like you. Just
I don't
friends.
know.
Just friends.
I don't even know that we need an app for that. You don't need that
I
many
do.
of
I
them.
don't know that many people.
Yes, you do. We had them last
look.
week. Like we had the coolest people here left. Y'all in Atlanta. We got a cool squad going
Oh,
on
that's
here.
cool. Okay. I mean, that's true. But, oh, good. Thank you. Someone said I was thinking 31 for you ladies. That's right. We're both 31.
That's it. I could have birthed a 31-year-old. You think I'm kidding,
Favorite
but I
quote of the
actually
day.
could have. All right. So, but we had a couple comments I want to hit. Patrick said the 31.
Friender?
Love it. Friender.
Mitch says that there's Friender. No, you know what?
Whitney is going to be
Okay.
obsessed with getting on
Okay,
Friender
wait though.
now.
Wait though.
I've hit my limit. I've got like almost 7 or 8 people in the circle. That's just a little much.
I need one bad bee that's out there. She's married. She doesn't have any children's just yet. And she's just as busy as I am, so that when we're like trying to get together and she's like, girl, I'm busy. And I'm like, me too. Love you. Bye. Meet you later.
I will find you. A person.
Okay. I just need one 31-year-old. Okay.
All right. I'm
Fellow
working on this. This
31-year-old.
is it. I mean, I like the Friender. I like it. But it goes back to support. It goes back to understanding who you are and not judging others. Because here's the thing. Let's all be abundant. I know everybody listening, because a lot of you guys that are commenting, because it's on my personal page today, so a lot of you guys are commenting. I know personally, y'all do this naturally, which I love, which is why you're in my feed, because I tend to block the people that aren't. I mean,
Yeah.
I really do. The people that can't be for other people, they're just not my people. Like, I don't understand why we can't just go, just be nice to everybody. Help people. I mean, what is this? Matt and I were talking about this on some shows before. Just help other people. Stay out of debt. Mind your own business and be nice. I mean, it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
Raise good humans.
All right.
Be fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
Be nice.
100%.
Help others.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't be that complicated. That's the community we're looking for. That's the people. And part of our Renew community is like that. That's what I'm super excited about.
I think our generation's biggest evil, for lack of a better word, is truly like, don't at me, the media. And technically I am the media because social media and marketing and everything, but like that influences how we think we ought to be, what we need to do, how we need to look, and all that influences everything up here in the mind.
Yeah, it does. It's the culture that we go. But here's the thing: just do you. Be mindful of you. Like, people tease me all the time. They're like, "Oh, your pictures are great." Somebody said, "How do you get great pictures?" I'm like, "Cause I use a really good filter and pro lighting. This is not a hard thing to do.
Yeah,
it's not. But do people give me crap for that? Yep. Do I care? Not a bit. Because you know what? I like it. It's fun for me. So I think but that's a confidence thing. It's not being cocky, and that's what I was trying to explain to Jason when we had this discussion. Is there's a difference between confidence and cocky. He's not being cocky. He's working out. He just turned 50 last year. He's excited. He's working out. Cool. You know what? So guys, go give him a little love. Give him a little likey. It's we can support each other and all win at the end of the day. I think so.
I agree.
All right.
Mitch later says he made up that name, so it can be all yours.
It's all your.
Yep.
You know what? Somebody listening has already reserved it, but we're gonna go to the GoDaddy afterwards and see. But I don't
Seriously.
know. I think I've got our group. We've got, for those of you guys that are interested, we do have our Renew community, which you guys definitely need to check out at renewcommunity.com, because we've got some cool people, and we're launching. We've launched, but we're all over the U.S. But this is the kind of people we need. We need people in this country, in business, in personal lives, that can support other people. If you can't support other people, we don't want you in our community. I mean, that's real. I
Yep.
said that the other night at the event. I'm like, look, we are here to build each other up, not tear each other down. If you want to be part of that, cool. If not, nope. So, gotta let. Oh, where's his page, Patrick? I'll DM you. So and let you know. But it's cool. So it's and he's in California, so he's sleeping, I'm sure, and not even watching this. He's gonna wake up going, why are all these dudes commenting on my page? So, but I love it. So you guys, thank you for being with us. I liked it. We got a lot of comments this morning on the personal page. So I think we're going to
did.
try this since we've been having some Facebook problems, but we might start airing it on the personal page from now on. So next week is spring break week. So we will be having an episode. Matt and I will be talking about parenting next week, because I feel like we're both doing a pretty good job with the parenting and the co-parenting. So more fun topics to come. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for tuning in on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and everywhere else that we are. Miss Mendoza, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys, thanks for being part of our community, and we will see you again next week.